Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to the American Investor Show. Please click subscribe if this is your first time listening. From trader and CEO interviews to breaking news about companies you won't hear anywhere else, nobody does a better job at keeping you in the know when it comes to penny stocks. The term penny stock generally refers to a security issued by a very small company that trades at less than $5 per share. Penny stocks are extremely risky, yet they offer rates of return on investment not seen anywhere else. The host, guest, and callers are not registered financial advisors licensed by any government entity, and therefore, the following should be considered entertainment. The host, guest, and callers disclaim all liability in the event any information, commentary, analysis, opinions, advice, and/or recommendations prove to be inaccurate, incomplete, or unreliable, or result in any investment losses. Before investing in penny stocks, you should consult a professional to determine what strategy may be best for your individual needs. Now, without further ado, your host, LaSalle Anungu.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you for joining us. Another episode here, episode 239, Penny Stocks Live, the American Investor Show, of course, sponsored by EquityFeed.com. Get 2 weeks free, EquityFeed.com, the best scanner on the market, and my good friends over at Investors Hangout, InvestorsHangout.com. All right, check you guys out already in the chat room. Gucci, Random Stock Run. Gucci is Cool Cats, right? Gerardo, what's up, man? Chris McKinney, Kenneth Rosenberg, what's good, man? DCTH. You know, it's so funny, man. I was talking about DCTH yesterday. That shit tries to run. Look at that shit, man. DPG, Lundale Carter, Bad Scientist, what's up, man? Yeah, DCTH. Hold on, what's it? It's DCTHD or something like that, right? Hold on. Yeah, because it, yeah. So DCTHD with that stupid ass run. That ridiculous run. It looks like just somebody went in there and grabbed a bunch of shares. Very unusual volume, 800,000 shares traded, up 90%. OTC stock, we talked about how they moved several weeks ago now into the OTC markets after they just couldn't come with an agreement with shareholders about how to move forward. And that's exactly, we talked about how, you know, if you give shareholders the opportunity to make corporate decisions, they'll fuck it up every single time. They could care less about how successful a company is. They're just very, very short-sighted. But interesting move today, though. DCTHD. We made fun of it yesterday, and then today up 90%. DCTHD. All right, recent stock split decides to run. Interesting. All right, so what's going on, everybody? Jay Bino, Quintavious in the building. Joel Kraft, what's up, man? Information guy, Legendary 8s, HM, Ant G. What's going on, guys? And all the people watching in the future. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, real quick, UBS Advisors, one of the biggest money management companies in the world, came out today and said that we're looking at possibly another 26% upside, which is incredible. That's basically like one of these runs that we've just did for the last 11 months again. They came out and said, and if we get this tax plan, that's the potential we're looking at in terms of the stock market. Now, I believe, you know, wholeheartedly against this tax plan because I don't think it benefits you. I'm not going to get into that right now. But I think it's just another way to, you know, fudge the numbers. And, you know, I'm biased because I love to short stocks, but it's another way to fudge the numbers because they are worried that the next earnings cycle, they're not going to be able to duplicate what they've just did. Many of these companies with these incredible earnings will not be able to duplicate this time next year the numbers that they put up, and they're scared. They are scared, and the only way they can see their way out is to be able to have a tax plan that allows them to move, you know, funds in one category and put them in another category. To take funds overseas and put it into assets and put it into this and that. To play with the numbers. So Interesting article. It's on marketwatch.com. It's the lead article. Came out after the close today at 5:32. Stock market not even close to pricing in tax cuts, says UBS. Lower tax rate will provide big boost, heavy and fuel heavy rotation. All right. So they're talking about doing a whole nother run in this bull market. You guys already know I had my levels already planned here. With today's doji, we actually, on the Qs anyway, got to almost breaking a 7-day support level. Got to almost breaking a 7-day support level in the morning. But we talked yesterday on the show how guys have been buying the dips, right? You guys remember me talking about that? Guys are just buying the dips. And it's been, as I said yesterday, a really great strategy. I mean, if you did it yesterday, the same. You know, you buy the dips and you figure out a way to sell, you know, on that high. Buy the dips, sell on the high. And it seems like every day somebody's doing it. Somebody's doing it. Obviously, if you're holding overnight, you're losing your ass. If you're holding overnight. Right now, where are we in futures? Where are we in the futures? The Nikkei was selling off really aggressively. That's what's been selling the exchange in the morning on our side as well. The Japanese Nikkei up 145 points today. So a little bit of a recovery today on the Japanese Nikkei. Their stock exchange. S&P futures, NASDAQ futures looking still pretty good after hours right now. What's going on, Terry Cherry, Otis Johnson? Everybody in the chat room. George M. Lacey Johnson, M1 Gunner. Calls and puts all day. Absolutely. I mean, basically everything I talked about yesterday about, you know, what to short, it played beautifully. You know, if you shorted NVIDIA, right? You shorted NVIDIA. You shorted everything that was basically, you know, leading the market. If you played those puts, you were solid today. You were pretty solid today. We had a few penny stocks run as well. Not familiar names, but can we talk about CVO, ladies and gentlemen? I'm surprised nobody in this chat room came running here talking about CVO. CVO, the stock that we had a couple people in the chat room getting upset at me. Oh, well, Sam, you were kind of hot on the stock, man. CVO today put up some gains. All right, not what we were expecting, you know, almost a week ago, but you know they had a little bit of a run here, a little bit of a midday run there on CVO. It looks like it was kind of a pump on CVO. Started off with nothing. Somebody sent something out there and had CVO running. I would watch that tomorrow just in case and see what's going on there. But I know they don't have the smallest float in the world. They don't have the smallest float in the world. But interesting move there on CVO. It looks like somebody sent something out there and had people chasing that. Kenneth Rosenberg said another person have an opinion on Roku. Read the earnings report. Read it again. It's going way higher, 70 to 90 before Christmas. I'm going to disagree with you on that one. At the end of the day, Roku's still losing money. At the end of the day, the competition is still stronger than Roku. Their competition is significantly better financed than Roku. You know, look, Roku's only been trading for 7 weeks. You know, I'm not going to say Roku's a $7 stock, and that's the only history it has. It's enjoying its time. And I just put out a video explaining why Roku is going to be falling off its ass tomorrow. And look, it's just common sense. When there's lack of demand, you lower prices. And that's what you're seeing right now in Roku. You had today a lucky day for buyers because guys couldn't short the stock due to the short restriction on yesterday's day because it was below 10%. So you had a short restriction today. Tomorrow, there is no short restriction on Roku. Guys are going to be able to short. Are you going to be able to have demand? That's why I love these colored volume bars, because it allows you to see where the demand is. And you saw the demand was that third day and the fourth day. Yesterday. Demand today was relatively light. Very, very light. So, with that being said, I'm just looking at the demand. Supply and demand is what it is. If you've got a ton of supply tomorrow on Roku and you don't have the demand to match, you're going to have to lower prices. You're going to have to lower prices. The guys who are in Roku today are going to have to find somebody to sell to. And in order to do that, they're going to have to lower their ask. So we'll see. Time will tell, folks. But I think in the short term, and again, you're talking about December and $70 and all that. You got to have somebody to sell to, bro. You got to have somebody to sell to, and you got to have people to buy. Prices are not going higher if you don't have people buying the stock. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. All right. LEDS was our winner today. LEDS was our winner today. Let's look at the hourly. Not seeing much here on the hourly. Wow, boy, that's a scary looking chart for a look at that, man. Okay, so what was this about, man? Why you had a very slow, basically no volume open, and then all the volume suddenly comes in and then dries out, and then all of a sudden new money comes in. What's up? What's up with that? LEDS is the ticker. Now, what's up with all these pumps? I mean, what's up with the pumps now on the NASDAQ? Have you guys noticed that? These pumps on the NASDAQ, and they got to do something about this shit, man. This is getting ridiculous. Where you got guys picking and choosing these low float, low volume stocks and then just sending out a lot of bullshit about them. I see the company had, some kind of earnings thing. But for the most part, man, this is not, guys get hurt doing this. And in the long run, we all lose. Because you got guys who could provide liquidity and say, man, fuck this shit. It's rigged. I don't want to play this. I understand that people have to, they got to be winners and losers. But shit, man. Give me a break. Yeah, super low float. I have no doubt it's probably super low float. Just looking at the chart, I can tell you it's super low float. This is the average volume, only 50,000 shares, trades 7.6 million today on relatively weak news. I'm looking at the, look, here was an earnings. What was it? They reported earnings. I don't even think it was a beat. 500,000 float. Oh, give me a fucking break. Yeah, 500K float. You got a decent chat room. You got a decent mailing list. You send out them emails, and yeah, you can move that. You can move 1 million shares. Absolutely. 206. I think I got Mr. Lloyd on the air. What's up, man?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Doing good, Mr. Lloyd. Thank you so much for the call. What's on your mind?
Man, I just saw your Roku video, and I can't agree more, man. You never. I'm gonna be a hater right now on you, okay, man? Because let me tell you something. You've been saying the same shit about Angie's List, and that motherfucker's still going. So, I can understand why Roku, but Angie's List, she said the same damn thing, and they still living. Matter of fact, I think it went up. But I'm not going to doubt you, man, because I honestly feel that Roku, what else do they have to offer? It's like the Fitbit.
Yeah. Just a correction on Angie's List, though. Angie's List ended up selling the company to someone else. So Angie's List was going south. They were already, out the door or headed out the door to getting eventually, their asses handed to them in their stock price. But they ended up selling the company to someone else. So Angie's List isn't owned by that Angie woman any longer. So they go by, right. It's the same company name, but completely different owner.
Right. Yeah, man. So I just want to give you an update on. I haven't traded since I talked to you about Priceline, man. And let me tell you something. Oh, I had to stomach that I was down $1,600, and you ask yourself, when is it too much? I really have really poor risk management. I think because I've lost so much, I can stomach it a lot better than I could have back in the day. So being down 1,600, man, it was tough. It was tough for me. You ever had your mom call at school and she say, "I'm gonna talk to you when I get home," and she don't tell you exactly what it is, but you know you got to think about that shit all day?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know you're gonna get your ass handed to you when you got home. Absolutely.
Right. You know, right. That's how I felt about being down $1,600.
Yeah. And knowing you, Mr. Lloyd, you use weekly options, right? So that option is expiring.
Oh no! I bought that way back for January the 18th. So I got time, man. But this is my first option that I bought this far out.
Okay.
And right now, I think I'm up like $95. So
Good.
I'm not really. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not up a substantial amount, but let me tell you, I mean, talking about holding on to the side of the toilet seat, man. I mean, shit, being down that much and not. You know, people say, "Oh, just if it doesn't go your way, just get out right away." And as soon as you get out, it goes the opposite way. But I think what I'm going to start doing, I'm going to start playing longer options. Because I can get my.
But Mr. Lloyd, you're just understanding and realizing the benefits of going long. I mean, imagine if you had a weekly option, bro. I mean, not only would that time expiration be eating away at the value, but you'd run out of time. You'd literally be running out of time. So now you've got a January option. Even if it went against you, you still had the time value on your side to work your way out of that. And I'm looking at the chart now. Since earnings, Priceline is headed in the right direction. So that's good.
Right. So yeah, man. So I just had to let you know about that. And I got a little issue here, and this just from an opinionated point. So you got a house, right? You got your own house?
Yes, I do. I'm renting right now, but yeah.
Okay. So for you guys that got houses out there, let's say you just you're real good with your neighbor. You know, you eat together, you pray together. You know, you help each other out when the house needs to be fixed. All of a sudden, a windstorm comes, and you just bought this car. Actually, it's my Airbnb car that I bought, and a fucking tree branch, big ass 300-pound tree branch hit the top of the hood or the roof. Now I suspended my insurance for fire and theft only because it was sitting in the garage. I just happened to pull it out for 2 days so I can clean out the garage from all the renovation, and the fucking 300-pound tree branch hit it. Now it's my neighbor's tree.
Okay.
So, would you be mad at your neighbor if you saw the fucking branch come off his tree and hit your shit and put a big ass dent in it?
Hell yeah! But knowing me, that's something I probably would have pointed out because I'd see some shit like that. I mean, was it something you had already saw? Like, okay, this could be a problem because I will go and see properties, especially when I was looking for homes to rent and stuff like that here in the Charlotte area, and I'd say, okay, man, that tree right there. That the way it's leaning, it's kind of bothering me. Or I think, you know what I'm saying? So I see shit like that. Like, so was it something that was bothering you even before?
Oh, man. I mean, you know how Washington is. They got these fucking 300 feet tall pine trees. And I never, I've been naive about it. Oh, that shit ain't going to happen to me.
Yeah.
And so I called the insurance agency thinking, okay, well, I'm covered, I'm thinking that I had comprehensive insurance, because they said fire and theft. I'm thinking, okay, well, there must be a bigger umbrella. Sure enough, if I paid like $20 more a month, I would have had tree coverage. So you guys out there, if you just got limited insurance in your car, like fire and theft, you want to check the coverage on there because you never know what's going to happen. Now I'm looking at my neighbor funny because he came over. I said, "Hey man, your tree branch hit my car." He's like, "Well, that's what they call a widowmaker."
What the fuck? Man, how about you pull that checkbook out and do something about it?
So, anyways, man, I got it on camera. I'm gonna have to show it to you. But other than that, man, I mean, I'm just sitting back chilling and waiting on the new year to start and kind of really just I think I'm going to be getting out of these weekly options. I mean, don't get me wrong, I can make a lot of money.
Absolutely.
Within the first couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And no doubt in my mind, I think Roku is going to make a dive for it. But, we got to get through the Thanksgiving holiday because you never know. They may be coming out with something crazy or something. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't want to get burned on the Thanksgiving Black Friday. They might be giving it for $1 or something. They say, they beat earnings and my shit goes upside down or something.
I absolutely understand. I totally get what you're saying. My thing is, I just don't think they have the demand, even in the short term. I'm talking about these next 2 days and this next week to really survive. But look, I know, you know, Thanksgiving is next week, Black Friday, so you may have buyers in there who would be willing to go red just to stay, you know, in the stock until then. But I have a feeling that the buyers who got in today are weak-handed, undercapitalized, and if we get a strong day of selling tomorrow, I think they're dumping the shares, and you're going to get maybe $6, $7 tomorrow. We'll see.
Right. Yeah, speaking of Black Friday, man, have you ever went out to do a Black Friday shopping?
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, when I was a younger man, of course, you know, go out there, get your elbows, you know, out there throwing bows, trying to get flat screens and whatnot. Right. But other than that, I mean, now, last 2 years, 3 years, man, I don't even go out. I mean, you go on Amazon.com or some you know, website like that. But yeah, when you were younger, you know, when online shopping wasn't that huge, yeah, that was the thing to do. Absolutely.
Man, I went out 2 years ago, man. Let me tell you, it's so upsetting that you run in there and I mean, to fucking save $2, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I just don't get it. And we have, and here's the thing, man. Why that we know Christmas is coming? Why do we have to do shit at the last minute? I mean, I'm like that too. I don't understand why I don't shop throughout the year, and so I don't have to feel that anxiety of getting that gift. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, because it's there all year round. Why do we wait to the last minute? You know what I'm saying? You know the shit's coming. Yeah. You got plenty of time to get it, but no, you want to run to the mall when they got fucking parking flaggers there, you know, trying to flag it.
See, my thing is, you know, the holidays don't stress me out as much as shit like Valentine's Day, dude, because that shit comes like just after fucking Christmas, bro. It's like I just put up money for Christmas, bro, and it's like, shit, for Valentine's Day, now I gotta buy something else. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck, like that. Valentine's Day stresses me out than anything else, because that's just kind of one of those things where you gotta actually, you know, put some kind of sentimental thought into it, and it just kind of shows up on you, you know.
Man, well, let me tell you what I used to do in my dating days. I didn't never buy no flowers and shit, because, you know, women don't really appreciate the flowers. They die, and you know what I'm saying? So what I decided to do, that's probably why I never really dated so much. I used to buy like bushes and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, you can plant this motherfucker and think of me every day. I mean, I'm serious. A bush will last a lot longer than a fucking rose. I mean, shit. I mean, at least I can drive by and see that bush and know she's thinking of me. And if I don't see it there no more, then I know what happened. But shit, she'll just throw those flowers right in. But anyways, man, I'm crazy like that. But my last thing, man, and I'm curious. Have you ever called the woman by the wrong name?
Have I ever? I've every time I've almost done that, I've caught myself. Every time I've almost done that, I've caught myself by calling a woman by a different name. And yeah, I've never gotten in trouble with a woman for that. But there've been times where I've caught myself almost calling a woman by a different name. And that's kind of one of those things where, depending on the woman, man, you can't even come back from that shit. You know, I mean. She'll remember that shit forever, dude. You know, and then she'll suspect that you're messing around. You know,
right? And how many fellas in the room gotten calls like this? Hello, you don't know who this is? And now you fucking sitting there thinking like, "Fuck, who the fuck is this?"
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. How many times have you think you ran into that situation in your lifetime?
Yeah. I just hate the "Hey stranger" text. I cannot stand that shit. Hey stranger, or just some bullshit like, you know, somebody used to kick it years ago, you know, like, okay, she sucked my dick like 2 years ago, and now all of a sudden she's like, "Hey stranger," or something like that. I can't stand that shit.
Right. You know? Well, anyways, man, I'm still around. I'm still trying to go through these tax codes, making sure the IRS don't fucking try to audit me and stuff like that. But I'm still around, man. I'm not really doing too much trading right now, and just because, like I said, I'm doing this long-term option, I feel less stress. I mean, I look at it every day, but I don't feel all right, I got 60 days left in this option, so I'm good to go. You know, so but other than that, man, if you guys need anything, man, I'm in the Discord, and Sal, you know where I'm at. And you know what? I just want to say one last thing, man. You know, we got the same name. It's close. It's the spelling is close, but we got the same name. I saw your name come up today. I said, "Oh, okay." So we might be brothers, man, from a different mother.
Yeah, Mr. Lloyd. I know you don't use a real name, but yeah, okay. I mean, let me know though.
All right, man. Well, have a good one, brother.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, thanks. All right,
shout out to Mr. Lloyd for the call, as always. Shout out to Mr. Lloyd. Always a great conversation with Mr. Lloyd. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Let me give him a round of applause. Hold on. What's going on with my... Let me see here. My audio fucking up. Y'all can hear me, right? Okay. Yeah, my audio's fucking up. God damn, motherfucker. All right, yeah, my audio's now fucking up for whatever reason. Okay, but y'all can hear me, though. Get them likes up. Thank you so much. 646. You're on the air. What's up?
It's Ken. How's it going?
Ken, what's going on with you, man?
What's going on? You saw that ATPT price action today? I mean, it got down to 0.004.
You tweeted me about it. You said you were able to get out of it.
Right.
You know, at least
at 6.
Your entire position, or what?
Not half the position. I sold out at 6.
Yeah, because that
but, I mean,
was pretty ugly, man. I'm looking at the shadow now. And at least you were able to get some dip buyers in here to get you back up, but that's a pretty ugly looking shadow.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, the stock. Look how much it's run in the last few, the last month or so. And that guy Zard, Z-A-R-D-I-W. He's the one that runs the DD Amanda chart service.
Okay.
He's been posting a lot about it on iHub. So that's interesting.
Okay. ATPT.
For what it's worth.
ATPT. All right, guys. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. The other one that seems to be the sister of that one, there's another one. Oh, my God, what is it? I forgot what it is. ECMH.
ECMH. Encompass Holdings. Never heard of this one, too. Light volume, but looks like the volume is kind of new to this stock. Doesn't have much of a trading history before November. Looking on the chart here, so it looks like all this money is new to the stock, going higher. Very similar setup to what we just pulled up on ATPT. Now, what's the story behind this?
I don't know much about the story. I know that guy Sunnyland from iHub. He has a whole write-up he did on his site last Friday. It's kind of interesting. The stock started running, so I was just playing the technicals on that one.
Okay, yeah, definitely, guys. Low volume though, so be aware of that. But ECMH, it's got a stop sign on OTC market, so hopefully, maybe like the stock you pulled up yesterday, this could be getting removed. Is there any information on that?
Yeah, they're right. There's some talk of that as well, so we'll see for what it's worth. You know what? You were mentioning earlier in the show regarding these small float NASDAQ stocks like the CHFS, Charlie, Henry, Frank, Sam.
Yeah, that was
wow.
crazy.
I mean, you could have even gotten in that to be open if you had a scanner, and you could have made money.
Yeah, that was crazy. No, what was the ticker for that one? I think
Charlie, Henry, Frank, Sam.
CHFS, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, look at that. That was ridiculous today.
You got the wrong. I think it's Charlie, Harry, Frankson.
Yeah, there it is right now. Okay, so looking at it, I mean, incredible chart. Left a lot of people up there on the dust there at 12:30. But man, I mean, and then again, it's just all volume. Volume just dried up. And again, when you don't have buyers at those higher prices, this is basically what happens. But I mean, what do you think about it? I mean, what drove this up $12 today? This is insane.
I think there was news, earnings, whatever. After hours, it's back up again. It's 17.29 in after hours.
Okay, yeah, I expect that. I mean, after a run like this, but again, there've got to be buyers at those higher prices. So we'll see what happens to the investors in CHFS. I'll give him a round of applause for that win.
I know, God, amazing guy. One more, the NAK. I still have calls on that. That's the one, the gold stock, the Pebble Beach property, and the talks of a partnership. Thoughts on the chart on that?
Yeah, so NAK, still holding my trend lines, man. Still holding my trend lines. Now your calls are for what date?
I put it out to the February monthly ones.
Okay.
February 17th.
Oh, yeah. Well, so you're good.
I learned from you. Go out. Do not
go out. Yeah, good. You're good to go. I mean, if this drops tomorrow, then you're in the money heavy and got an incredible amount of time value to sell along with the profits. So, yeah, you're doing well. I mean, so far so good in NAK. You got some February options. Just you've said it now. Pretty much forget it until you see that drop. Hopefully, before those options expire.
Yeah, good stuff. One of the stocks you have listed on your WPRT, that's Westport. What is it? That's the gas and oil company. That chart looks interesting.
Yeah. Westport is one that I put up there. I thought, it's got a nice little, trend developing here. It's high. It's for the most part, holding these higher lows. Today's, move was exactly what it needed. Yesterday, that kind of doji kind of candlestick that it provided yesterday was a little bit scary, looking like it could possibly fall lower. But today was exactly what the stock needed, and we'll see now if it can get some more bullish confirmation and we can retest those highs, or does it sell off to again retest that support level? We'll see moving forward. But I thought it was an interesting chart people might want to look at.
And any thoughts on the VIX, the volatility index, like the UVXY?
Yeah. It's so interesting because you're already having traders who are saying some of those are overbought. I'm not ready to say that yet because for the most part we're still we did have a bearish day today, so. Let's see what tomorrow holds. If we get a green day, how strong is that green day? If we have a green day and we're talking about 5 points, 5.6 points, I think you still have to be hesitant about setting any kind of long trades. So I know we got some guys in it short though, looking to probably see a sell off tomorrow. I think you will get a sell off tomorrow in volatility if we have a green day tomorrow though. So. Are we overbought? I think we moved pretty aggressively today. I don't think it's the beginning of the end, but we'll see moving forward.
And someone mentioned there were quite a few more new lows than new highs in the New York Stock Exchange. That's interesting to keep that in mind. We'll see. Thank you.
Appreciate it,
nice evening.
Thank you for the call,
Thanks.
man.
Thank you.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, we got the doji candlestick on the New York NYSE composite today. Got the doji candlestick, so we'll see what happens on that. It could be the end of selling, or we get confirmation of the bearish move. But right now, everything's pointing to a weak open. That's going to be on the side of the longs, and we'll see if we hold that. Somebody's bringing up AKS, which is a steel stock. AKS. All right, nice move today, up 5.5%. Stock was oversold. Let's hold it, though. I mean, it hasn't been doing a good job of holding gains. It's got to find something to build off of. Are the sellers finally gone? We'll see moving forward. Decent volume for the stock, though. PE of 27. All right. 8,500 employees. That's a big company. $1 billion market cap. Yeah, Nikkei up nicely. So right now, looks like the Asian markets are up nice. By the way, I know you guys a lot of you guys watch CNBC during the day. I watch CNBC all day, particularly CNBC Asia too. And there's a free CNBC Asia stream. So this particular stream switches at 6 a.m. It switches to U.S. and then at 7 p.m. after Kramer, it switches to CNBC Asia. Let me put that in the chat room. It's a nice little stream. If you got a phone, it probably won't look right. But if you got a desktop computer, there's the link to it. It's a really cool stream. It's free, and it's the real CNBC. And, it's right now it's on the Asia. I'm watching the Nikkei CNBC Asia. Just like it is during the daytime in America, it's just basically CNBC with a bunch of Asian people. And they're speaking in English. All right, and it's pretty cool because it captures a lot of the Singapore market, Australia, the Asian part of the world. So pretty cool stream. Check it out. All right, back to the charts. AKS looking good, but it's got to hold that. Cisco, yeah, Cisco up after hours on a beat, if I'm correct, right? I think they beat earnings on Cisco. Yeah, I tweeted maybe a week ago that Cisco could be next year's NVIDIA if you know, things keep on rocking and rolling. Because if you pull out the chart, you'll see Cisco hasn't really done much for 2017. Here's 2017 starting off here. You really haven't done much. All right, you're looking at them getting, you're broke. Wow, today's move will break you out. Hold on, is this broken? Yeah, I think you're going to break out of that 3450 resistance. That goes all the way back to February of 2017. Yeah. And that's going to be a stock high for Cisco. So, yeah, I definitely, if this is truly a beat on Cisco, I would buy calls here and enjoy the ride higher. We know earnings winners have been incredibly great for the market, at least the very next day after it beating earnings. So if you're looking to go on some calls tomorrow, I would definitely go with Cisco, you know, going ahead and crushing out of that 3450 resistance. Yeah. Bad Scientist, you're in AKS too? All right. Mossburn, CVO, you're up in heavy. I would be very careful with that, man. I think if you were in heavy in CVO, I would definitely have taken my profits. I mean, if you got in yesterday or you enjoyed the ride, the stock hit as high as $1.24 before cooling down to $1.02. This has got a very, very bearish trend to it, man. You got a lot of selling pressure behind you. You know, watch the movement in the stock tomorrow. But I mean, if you get some morning selling, you know, I would be trying to run for the gate, because that could be heavy to the downside tomorrow if you're not careful. Let me see, CIFS. Yeah, Cali Rob enjoying the CIFS. I think you brought it up yesterday, right? This is another one of those low flow. What's the float on this, Cali Rob? He talked about this stock yesterday too, going in the right direction. Up $5. I don't have much to say about it because I don't really have any information on it. I mean, it's not the greatest volume in the world, but the volume it does have, people are buying. You know, these are buyers. Only 398,000 shares traded today, and the majority of those were buyers today, per the candlestick. And up another $5. Yeah, at $55.20. Obviously, I would have loved to have been in here. You know, looks like November 1st was a beautiful time to jump in here at $32. So you're up over $25 in less than, you know, 2 weeks. So please keep in mind, you know, you got a lot of people who are watching this. And, you know, who knows where this, how far and how high this can go. Nice little reset back there on the first to get it out of those higher RSI levels. That was a beautiful reset. Interesting, because the stock is up $20, but the RSI hasn't really caught up with that move. I mean, a $25 move, and the RSI is only up, what is that, 25 points from that low? That's kind of suspicious. It's kind of suspicious. All right. MRDN, Meridian Waste Solutions. What is this, a waste company? Because they're labeled as a bakery product. Bakery and manufacturing. I don't know what that's about here on that labeling on TradingView. All right, pretty illiquid stock, only 900,000 shares traded. All right, there's no way you're going to be able to maintain prices again. It's all about supply and demand, right? You got a lot of demand here. Prices ran higher. Demand dried up. Prices came down. I mean, there's not much to say on that one. Meridian Waste. Not much to say on that one. All right. What's going on, HM? Would I buy a stock that is trading at a 52-week low and an RSI of 23 or less? Let me know what the ticker is. Let me know what the ticker is. If you know, a stock that's at a 52-week low, you know, in going in a situation and when we're in the greatest bull market of our lifetimes, that talks about real fundamental crisis going on with the business. I may not buy that situation. That doesn't sound like a situation I'd want to buy into. You know, we had some guys bring up, what's that ticker? RTNB yesterday, and RTNB got delisted today. If you were in RTNB, you lost your ass. You didn't even know it was coming. Did anybody find that RTNB just disappeared? You know, we brought that up yesterday at, what was it at, like, you know, 22 cents or something like that? 27 cents, excuse me. They got delisted today. No warning, no nothing. Now they're trading on the OTC exchange with a pink no information label. You know, so you got to be very, very careful trading these very low price stocks that are struggling, because you can, you know, end up with what happened to the guys who traded RTNB. Legendary 8s, you're saying they were halted for a few days? You know, that thing just kind of vanished. OCSY, one of the biggest gainers a couple days ago on the OTC markets. Actually, that's a couple weeks ago, rather, excuse me. Looks like volumes dried up. I don't see anything there. If you're looking to ride it, try to grab some of those, you know, 0002s or something like that. Looks like it's kind of stuck there at 0003. But you know, after a downturn like that, you usually got somebody who will unload at a lower price. So, and I'll put in an order now, 0002, 0001s, and just sit on it for a couple of days. If you don't get it, then go in for the 03s, if you just want it that badly. If you want it that badly. Wins? Is Wins back? Are you fucking kidding me? Wins again? If you guys don't remember, isn't Wins the Chinese company? Yeah, that's the same company, ain't it? Some of you guys may be in the show, maybe watching the show long enough to remember that original move in Wins. You guys remember that? And they got halted like up here somewhere. This is the stock, ain't it? I'll give them the ka-ching though on that one, man. But I'll give them the ka-ching on that one because, you know, they killed it. I don't know what the volume was, but they killed it. It looks like they put up some kind of numbers today. Look at that candlestick, man. That's a lot of volatility, man. Hold on, man. Is this... Oh, hold on. I'm confused here. Hold on for a second. All right. No, they're still halted, man. They're still halted. Okay, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? Not again. Wins with that bullshit. If you guys remember, man, we had Wins running like crazy. And nobody could really figure out why they kept going. There's no financials on the company. There's no, you know, nothing. You got a lot of guys who got money in there still to this day, dude. It's been since, when was that hold? June 7th, bro. It's been 6 months. Can you imagine being halted 6 fucking months? You got $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, whatever it is. 6 months, you can't touch your fucking money, bro. Damn. That's fucked up, man. That's really fucked up. What's going on, Steve Gailey? Yeah, all China's been running, man. All China's been running. Let's get back to the other tickers. VUZI, Boozy Incorporated, phones and handheld devices. Don't know anything about this company. Let me know what it is. Very low volume, only 260,000 shares traded. Only 260,000 shares traded. RIG Transocean Limited down $2, or actually, excuse me, down 2.5, just under 2.5%, down 24 cents. RIG. I put out a call for people to probably go into this PBR trade here. I said that you could get the puts, the $10 puts, for a discount today on that run out of oversold areas. If you follow me on Twitter, I thought a really good pickup here, and just as I said, it was oversold on the 30-minute as well as the hourly. And I figured coming into the day today, you can get a nice little discount. There was like a 32% discount on the $10 puts for November 24th, as well as for the $10 puts that expire on Friday. This is a trade you could have bought today on that discount. I think tomorrow you're going to be right back in the money. In fact, after hours, I think it's losing after hours already on PBR. Let me see on this one. PBR. Yeah, you're at 988. So slightly higher after. Well, no, actually, no, not much after hours. And then 983 or so like that. So I figured PBR could pull back tomorrow on this gain. This kind of failed to really achieve to a point where I would say it's bullish again, just because we didn't get to where we needed to. It really needed to cross 10 to say, okay, this has a chance tomorrow. I think you still sell off tomorrow on PBR. I think it was a catalyst situation where it was oversold on some time frames. But I think this has one more red day to go on PBR. Petrobras, the biggest oil company in Brazil. Yeah, I think the $10 and the $10 puts on this are real cheap. I mean, like 46 cents or some crap like that. I definitely would have been an opportunity if I wasn't in Roku. But I don't like to load up too much. All right. Kenny Dutton, you said you've been in it since 9. Okay. Let me see here. Juno Therapeutics. Someone, Kenneth says, take a look at those calls. All right. Yeah, see, I don't mind going long on a company that's got a real product, real services. And that's profitable. Don't know much about Juno, though. ENPH, think, taking a swing there on ENPH. Yeah, nice candlestick. We brought up ENPH yesterday. It was 77 on the RSI. And we talked about how it could continue to go higher. And look, and sure enough, it did. It was 77 on the RSI yesterday. Today, 85 on the RSI. So you're getting hotter, but you still got buyers. You still got buyers. All right. And if I look at, let me see if I can get a 10-minute chart of the buying activity. It's really pretty healthy. I mean, you're seeing good volume coming in. All right. Obviously, toward the end of the day, you'll see a decline in the velocity of the buying and selling, but good volume to sustain it from the morning into the afternoon. All right, and people are holding ENPH multiple days. Solid, healthy volume, not bad. Traders coming in every morning, going higher. So look at it on those smaller time frames, and then you come back to the daily chart, and it completely justifies this trend higher. All right, just be careful on that. You're playing hot potato there. The higher you go. Bad Science, it says Juno is solid. Yeah, it looked like a solid company when I pulled up those financials there on the side. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll see if CVO mixed nut continues it tomorrow. CVO is a stock that should have ran on that contract, but it didn't. So can we get a delayed reaction on it? Maybe some more clarification from the company about the contract. That would help right now. LA or LUADD. All right, so that DD means it was a recent reverse split. Tactical services, listed as an advertising and marketing services company. Oh, no, is this a drone company? All right, so it's a drone company. Unmanned aerial vehicle drone. No, it's so funny. We were talking about NPR yesterday, and I heard on NPR this morning that people are using drones to sneak in drugs into prisons. Like they're using drones to drop contraband over the fence and shit. So that's some crazy ass shit. You know, dropping that crack, those crack pipes, ending up in our prisons. You know, somebody drop a gun in there, man. That's whew, man. That's some scary stuff, man. NLST. Anybody in here ever been in prison before? That's some whew. I mean, I man, look, I wouldn't wish that on myself in a million years, man, because everybody that I know that's been to prison never came out the same, bro. Never came out the same. I mean, I know some guys who did like overnight for like drunkenness and shit, but I'm talking about people who did like bids. The guy I knew going in was not the guy that came out, man. Was not the guy that came out. You know, and it wasn't always a physical thing because rarely have I seen a guy come out of prison. He's all bulky and big. I know you got some prisons that had the weights and stuff, but surprisingly, a lot of prisons, though, they don't have weights. But it's more like a mental attitude, man. The attitude is just different, man. Like, hella aggressive and shit. I'm like, all right, dude. Okay, you ain't the same dude, man. You ain't the same dude. Yeah. NLST down 52%. Damn, I don't know what happened there. Semiconductor play. Federal Circuit Court of Appeals. Okay, so some kind of patent lawsuit that they're with against SanDisk, excuse me. And looks like it might not have turned out so well in their favor. As you can see, the stock lost 53%. See if it's a dip by tomorrow. I mean, you know, we've seen stocks like this run the next day, but you could have some more selling into it. Let's see. Let me see in a smaller time frame. All right, so yeah, even you saw the dip buying. Look at that. You saw even some dip buying there 5 minutes after the open here on the 10 minutes, excuse me, here on the 10-minute chart. So you did have already some dip buying there, guys, getting in at the 29s and then selling at 37, which would have been a solid kill. That would have been a solid kill if you got on that. That would have been a nice one. Give a monster kill for that one.
Monster kill.
That would have been a nice one, man. You get in at 27 cents a share, bro, and you sell at 37. That's a good return. Craig G says plenty of option. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, he's talking about the Discord. All right. Might invest in YY tomorrow. I'm not sure what you're talking about, the one. Yeah, volume was over 6 million, but you got to understand that's a lot of people dumping shares too. It's a lot of people dumping shares, and it's a lot of people buying these cheaper shares at those lower prices. You know, that's a lot of people buying these cheaper shares at those lower prices. So, yeah, that's why on sell-offs, you know, on huge red days, you get that huge volume. Is guys running for their lives, and then guys who are loading up on those cheaper prices. That's why you have, you know, on huge red days, you got huge volume. That explains it. YY is the ticker? Okay, all right. YY Inc. Okay, so they're depository shares. So what's the? Not sure what business they're in. Internet services. Up 24% today. Nice move here, 10-minute chart. American Depository Shares, as I mentioned, on YY. Yeah, don't know much about the company. Nice move, though. Up 24%, 22 bucks. 10 million shares traded today. Average volume is only 900,000, so he traded almost 10 times its average volume today. Boy, look at that volume coming in there in the morning. And they're holding those higher, so we'll see what happens on YY. That's a nice move. Yeah, we talked a little bit about CHFS. I mean, you tell me what you think about it, man. I mean, clearly looks like a pump here. But I don't see the news that kind of justify that move. But if you can explain it to me, have me understand. And I hate the fickle holders here is into the day, but it looks like after hours you've gotten it bid up after hours. So you already got some guys in there after hours looking to dump on you in the morning on some aggressive buying in the morning. Hopefully they find buyers at that level, because you see, as I said, you just have some buyers now bidding it up now to $18. Let's see if they find buyers in the morning. VTNL, Vet Online Supply. This company reminds me a lot of Pets.com, man. It's kind of built off the same kind of idea of Pets.com. If you guys remember Pets.com, I wasn't trading at the time, but it was one of those .com stocks. Opened at $15 a share, got as high as $330 a share before collapsing. Part of one of those .com legends at the time when you had no PDT rule, right? I mean, that's kind of one of the reasons they don't want to bring back the PDT rule, because you don't want to bring back what happened to Pets.com and that whole .com bonanza, where you just had guys who were just throwing everything they had every single day at everything, because they had unlimited times to get in the trade. Now, what kind of keeps the market at least somewhat, in check is the fact that you have some guys who, who will get into a stock too many times and can't go back in, thanks to the PDT rule. BYOC. So yeah, I don't know much about this company. I can see here it's a OTC stock. You don't have very much volume. It looks, it moved today up 93%. All the volume looks like showed up today in the stock here. So let's see if you can keep this going. All right, let's see if you can keep this going. You moved up 93% on 48 million shares traded. That's actually quite a bit of volume for a stock like this. As you can see, you basically had nothing going into the action today. No real news since November the 10th. So it looks like a pump right now to me. Yeah, E-Man, we pulled that up. We pulled that up already. MSYS, Computer Hardware Technology. Looks like coming out of oversold levels. It's really interesting to pull up a lot of these tech companies. We talk about the Internet of Things and how that's the new, catalyst for, a lot of these tech plays, semiconductor plays, but so many other computer and tech companies are being left in the dust and not joining this run with their sister companies within the same industry. Don't know much about this one here, but nice oversold stock coming out of those oversold levels. You got bullish confirmation from today's move. Very low volume, though. I mean, the average is 800,000. Only 400,000 were traded today. Even at 800,000, I probably think you're adding in a lot of what happened on that move south. So this probably is a stock that trades only 200K a day. But you just have some guys going here and dip buying on it. Don't see what else the story is besides what's going on here with these levels. Says you wish you loaded the boat on Snap puts at $29. Yeah, I mean, look, I was talking about Snap. I was talking about Snap for 2.5 weeks on this show. I told everybody to grab the 14s and the 15s. I still haven't covered, bro. I still believe I can get Snap at 10, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I still have my 70, I still have 120 put options at $10, which will probably expire worthless, but I only bought them for a penny, so it is what it is. You know, nice move on Snap. Any blockchain penny stocks? Oh, well, I mean, not a penny stock. You're seeing blockchain stocks going large cap now with what was going on with Overstock.com. Supposedly they're having an ICO. Somebody in here can probably explain ICO better than me. I don't know what the hell they mean by that. That you know, they're doing an ICO or something like that. Also, Square came out and said that they're letting people trade Bitcoin for cash or something like that, or pay with Bitcoin. So Square Trade becoming a Bitcoin play. Nice move higher, 2.3% today for Square. So yeah, Bitcoin is going, and blockchain is going large cap now. Very much going large cap. Yeah, we got DGIAF, and then we got BTCS, BTSC. You got a few bullshit Bitcoin stocks out there. You got a few bullshit Bitcoin stocks out there. Do you invest in an IRA or 401k? No, sir. No, sir. I don't waste my time with that. You know, the percentage return you can get on a a decent trader can outperform his 401k any day. You know. Let me see here. Bitcoin recovered. Yeah, Bitcoin is a beast, man. You know, fuck your 401k, dude. You could have gone into Bitcoin back in January. That shit would have blown your 401k away. REM. You said why I don't invest in a 401k? I don't know. I'd rather trade the market, man. I mean, you know, I think growing your portfolio or growing your, you know, trading account pays better dividends than a 401k. You know, the returns, it just doesn't make sense. It just the returns, I don't know, man. I feel like I can't explain the math, but you just kind of got to get where I'm coming from, man. I'd rather build up my trading account than my 401k. I think I can do better managing my own money. You know, and most traders can. A decent trader can you know, can outperform his 401k. I honestly believe that. QHRC, QRHC, up 73%. Up 73%. QRHC. Now, let me add though. I mean, if you don't know what the hell you're doing, then yeah, I mean, put money in your 401k, let your company match whatever the hell they match, and do you. But if you know what you're doing, that $200 or $100 or $300 or whatever it is you put into your 401k every month, I bet you can outperform it if you know what you're doing in the markets. I bet you can do a better job with that money than your 401k. QRHC, Quest Resource Holding Corporation, up 73%. $2 stock, penny stock. Look at that, boy. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, I hate that shadow, man. I hate when they got those needles up there, because that's. I mean, that basically said there was somebody that bought at $2.90 today. You know, it got up there. That means there was an order there. Somebody is getting their ass handed to them, and they're probably way long out of the trade. But you guys know one thing I've been learning is never, ever underestimate the greed of your fellow trader, man. You got guys out here that will be down $1,000, $2,000, and they'll double up and go right back in and buy more of a losing position. And I'm learning that, and I continue to learn that as a short seller and somebody who has a short bias, because you'll see stocks sell off, and then you got guys who are, you know, you may see a cooling in the selling, and then guys jumping right back in. You know what I mean? It's literally trapping them, and it's going against them, but they're buying more just to prove to themselves that they're right. You know, never, ever, ever underestimate how greedy, you know, another trader can be, man. Never that. I really feel that. You know, just when you think, oh, it's game over for that stock, and all of a sudden it starts running again. DTII. You know, we saw that one stock. What was that one stock I told everybody to stay away from, and then it actually tried to do something pre-market today? It was XGTI. Yeah, it was that XGTI. XGTI actually tried to do something today, and then, you know, look at that. Look at that shit, man. What the hell is that? You know, you want to talk about a garbage stock, dude. This stock is pure garbage. Pure garbage. You know, hot, stinky shit, man. Yeah, get those likes up. Press like on that, man. GTBC. Is that GT? I think it's. You trying to bring up that Bitcoin stock? I forgot what the ticker is for that one. But Andrew Left came out and called it a scam or whatnot. I think it's I don't know where it is now. Shopify. I forgot about Shopify. Shopify actually beat earnings too. I forgot about Shopify, but it's been struggling. Shopify is another company that Andrew Left came out and basically called trash. I think he came out like right here, right? Yeah, basically like right here. Guy came out and just destroyed the stock, man, and has yet to recover. And then, but I've been really disappointed with him, with the fact that he hasn't came out and said anything about Roku. I'm kind of pissed off because I'm like, dude, come on, where are you at? What the fuck? You see this company trading at 8 times sales? What the hell? You know, it's trading a premium similar to Netflix. You got to come out and say something, baby. You know, so I'm going to create my own little Andrew Left thing, man. So that's why I got rid of my freestockpicks.org. And so no more promoting like that. I'm going to come out and do my little scam busters thing, since I know so much about OTC scams, getting a lot better at recognizing NASDAQ scams. I'm going to do my own little kind of Andrew Left thing and pop it off from there. All right. I think that's the way to go, man. I know I got some people contacting me, and I've been turning down a lot of business with the whole promoting thing, because, you know, getting people, you know, been shitting on me and shit like that in terms of, hey, man, you should talk about this stock. Oh, no, man, we're not going to sell, man. We're promising we're not going to sell any shares over here. We really want to build up the company, and we're in it for the long haul. You know what I mean? We just want you to go out there and get the name of our business out there. You start talking about the company, and all of a sudden, and you know it ain't nobody I'm talking to selling like that. So fuck all you guys calling me, talking about you want me to promote your stock. Fuck that shit. I'm done with all that shit, man. Done with that shit. So it went from 1,000 to 500. Yeah. Well, MGTI, I already told you guys what about MGTI is, man. Yeah. My biggest problem on that Roku is the fact that I should have bought a straddle. I should have bought a straddle. As soon as I got in on those $37 calls, $37 puts, and it continued to go higher, because I bought the $37 at 41, thinking it would fall off at 41 and continue to go higher, 42, 43. I should have bought a call option, and went into a straddle, but it's okay. So what's my number to call? The number's on the screen, man. I got a call-in line. Number's on the screen. 305-600-2896. POTN. Yeah, I don't know what happened to POTN, but boy, that was a great promo for me, man. Yeah, that was a 600% mover, bro. That was a nice move. I don't know what's going on with POTN now. The CEO is pretty active on Twitter. You should contact him if you got questions about it. And he does answer the phone. If you pull up the 10K, that number on the 10K is a cell phone number. You can actually call and hit them up. All right. Somebody said it's blurry, what, you can't see it or something? You can't see the line? There it is. Blow it up for you. All right. 850, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, what's up, sir?
Hey, what's going on? Who am I speaking with?
Mixed Nut. You got me on the screen there.
All right, Mixed Nut. Appreciate you. What's on your mind?
Not much, man. Fellow Floridian. I'm calling because, you know, I'm new to investing. I started, like, last November. And to be honest, man, you know, I suck. I was wondering if maybe I could get some input on, you know, just some things I should look for in a decent stock.
Well, I mean, number one, you got to have volume. That's the most important thing. You want to make sure you're trading a stock that's very liquid, that's got very tight bid and ask spreads. All right, the liquidity is what creates that tightness. And, you know, more importantly, you want to, of course, get into a stock that either, depending on how long you want to be in a trade, that's got a good catalyst or maybe a great news release, or maybe is at a very good support level, or is oversold and you believe could be coming higher. So, I mean, there are a lot of different things, but I would say the most important thing is you want to trade a stock that's liquid. You know, you want to be able to get in and out the trade quickly and easily, and with your profits, or, you know, or with as little losses as possible, as fast as possible.
So I mean, like, would that be like 100,000 volume, 500,000?
No, I wouldn't go into. I mean, you being a newbie, dude, I wouldn't even look at anything less than 1 million. You being a newbie, I wouldn't look at anything less than 1 million shares traded daily. You know, average 1 million. Average. I mean, once you start figuring out what the hell you know how to do, then you can go start looking at some of these 700s, 500s, you know, possibly looking for a swing into maybe some news or something like that, because you're a little bit more aware of what can happen when volume arrives. But until then, I wouldn't look at anything less than 1 million shares. That's just me.
True that. That makes sense. And what about a sector? I mean, is there a certain sector I should be looking into at this time of year, or in general?
You know, some guys specialize. You got a lot of guys who like to specialize in different sectors. You know, right now, there's no real particular sector you can say is better than, well, I mean, you can go to tech sector. Semiconductors have definitely been killing it. IT, Internet of Things. Retail is losing. If you're shorter, you want to be in the weakest retail plays right now. But I mean, look, guys, at different times of year, I mean, different things run. The cyclical things, you know, either run or don't run. But you know, you can decide as an individual to decide what sector, you know, you enjoy personally. You know, there are some guys who love biotechs. There's some guys who love infrastructure plays. There's some guys, you know, so you don't feel like, you know, you got to go by the seasons or whatnot. Just go by what you like, what you're comfortable with, businesses you understand, and tickers you can, you know, come familiar with, and just, you know, make your money that way. A lot of guys who only trade 4 or 5 tickers, you know, that's what they do, you know.
Yeah, and still speaking on sector, what's your outlook on gold and crude?
Well, crude is being manipulated right now by the Arabs.
Definitely.
They're doing it together to keep it higher. If it wasn't for them, and the whole Aramco situation, we'd probably be talking about $38, $39 crude if it wasn't for them working together like they are right now. Gold, I'm not a believer just yet until we really see something interrupt this this bullish market. I think, you know, if you're looking for a hedge, go into Bitcoin. Just literally buy some Bitcoin if you're looking for just something somewhere else to be. But right now, you know, just play equities. Right now, just play equities. But if you just have to have your money somewhere else, I would play equities and Bitcoin.
Okay. And as somebody with a small balance account, what price range should I look at, like as far as the stock goes?
How much are you working with?
Not a lot, man.
Well, I mean, give me a number. Give me a number. I'll tell you. I mean, nobody knows who you are. I mean, and don't be embarrassed. Right. You're talking to somebody who started with $100. So, I mean, don't be embarrassed, man. I'm
already embarrassed. I mean, like right now, I mean, I was at 300. I lost, and I started about a year ago. I'm down 200. So okay. I mean, like, yeah, I'm working with about 150 right now.
$150. All right. So with $150, bro, I think you probably should be buying Bitcoin. At this point, I think you need to get into something that can build that pretty quickly. I don't even think an option would be. Man, I don't even know. How much Bitcoin? Oh man, Bitcoin doesn't have a minimum. I don't think you need to get in. But I would put that money if you only have $150 right now.
Yeah.
You know, on second thought, bro, I think. Do you have a job that you can just build that account up?
Oh yeah, I got money. A lot more money I could invest, but I like to see that initial investment. I want to prove myself before I throw in a lot more money. You know.
Yeah. Okay. If it's that kind of thing, I would just buy some Bitcoin, man. Well, if that's all you had is $150, there's not a stock that I can tell you go in there with that 150 and it's going to be something, you know what I mean, even worthwhile, because a decent ticker, you know, you probably get maybe just barely a couple shares. There's no OTC stock I'd want to put you in for that for that much. I would just put in, you know, some Bitcoin and let it ride. Get to the get to studying, and once you become more comfortable, I would really look into building that account higher, man, because you really don't want to come into trading with anything preferably less than like 500, man. I mean, I just kind of being honest with you, even that some guys will say is too low, but I wouldn't even look into anything with less than $500.
Gotcha. And just a couple more questions. What percentage of a loss would you take before you put in your stop loss?
Well, again, that depends on how much money you got. I'm willing to take preferably 10% of my losses if I'm in stock. With options, I'm willing to go sometimes as low as 50%, depending on where the move is.
Right.
But
is that the stock price, or is that in the amount you invested?
In the amount that I invested, because that's But with stock, I preferably like 10% is like as low as I'm willing to go. I think after you're down 10% in the stock, particularly, especially if it's not necessarily an OTC, but just a large cap or mid-cap stock, or even a small cap that trades on a higher exchange, I think then you're kind of pushing it when you're down 10%.
Right. And on the opposite end, what percentage of gain would you take where you felt comfortable selling?
Well, I don't. When it comes to gains, it's not a percentage for me. It's where I think that the stock probably won't go higher, or where I feel that it's a proper profit for me. So it's not a percentage thing when it comes to gains. I'm just looking to sell into the momentum, or if I feel like I'm hitting a resistance level, I'll go ahead and sell. But yeah, there's no profit. You know, oh, I need 10%, so I got to get 10%. Sometimes you'll be up 5 and you're hitting a wall, and you got to take that 5. You know what I mean? So there's no ceiling for that.
True that. And strictly American. Or do you like to go overseas with your stocks?
Yeah, only American. Only American exchanges. I don't trade on any other foreign exchange or anything like that. Chinese stocks are cool. I mean, some guys like Chinese plays. We just talked about a few Chinese stocks. But I don't stick to just American companies. I'll do foreign companies, but other exchanges, no, I don't dabble in those things.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. You're awesome, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks, Mix Nut.
Keep it up, man.
Yes, indeed, man. Appreciate the call. Yeah, I don't dabble. I know some guys in here who buy Canadian stocks. We've had a few guys put up some Canadian tickers, but you know, I just don't see the volatility like we have on our side. You know, we got issues here in this country, but man, this stock exchange in America is the greatest you'll see anywhere in the world, man. You know, you got some companies like India or some of these other South American companies, stock exchanges, you can't short. You're not allowed to short. You're only allowed to go one direction. You know what I'm saying? You only buy and sell. That's all you can do. So, you know, we got a lot of things to be grateful for in America. You know, you got companies that disappear on traders when you go to some of these foreign exchanges because they don't have the similar kind of protections we have. You know, so this is a lot going on, but I'm grateful for our stock exchange, man. This is an incredible vehicle that if you're dedicated and you're really hungry, you can, you know, come into the game and create, you know, a nice little pocket of change for yourself. We've seen guys, you know, like Billy Ray, somebody mentioned in the chat room, Eric Russell, you know, Tim Sykes, and a whole bunch of other people he's inspired, including myself, you know, and change their lives by trading, man. And then inspire other people because they were inspired. And then only the American, you know, financial system could have done that. So you can't buy Bitcoin at Option House. Yeah, you got to go to Coinbase. You got to go to Coinbase. That's the most reputable broker, in my opinion. All right. Craig G says Roku is dangerous. Yes, it is dangerous. Stay away from Roku. Don't long Roku tomorrow. I'm expecting a low volume day in Roku tomorrow, and they're getting killed. Let's go. $30 Roku tomorrow, baby. Let's go. We'll see, man. I just want just give me $30. If I can get $30 Roku, I'll be happy with that. You know, because I don't want to hold these options until next week. Then November 24th. I'm going to jump in on some November 17th tomorrow if it goes our way. But I want to sell, you know, I want to sell that profit, but more importantly, that time value back in. Because that time value plus the profit is where you get, you know, those super high premiums that are going to get you money. You know what I mean? Buying an out of the money, excuse me, not an out of the money, but buying an option that's far out, that's got time and profit, that's big bucks. That's big bucks. If you are day trading, can you buy and sell multiple stocks in the same day? Well, if you have below $25,000, you only get 3 round trips per week. Or excuse me, no, never mind, not per week. Because shit, guys lose it. You know, they'll use all their, you know, in one day. But you get 3 round trips, period. All right. But yes, you can buy multiple times, but you know, preferably you want to be a little more selective with it. GDAX, less fees. Yeah, I like Coinbase a lot. You got a lot of guys who are winning with Coinbase. Parker Mills, hell no, I would never be 100% Bitcoin, dude. I don't know about 100% Bitcoin. Fuck that shit. Because even Bitcoin, you got to pay fees on Bitcoin, man. The fees on Bitcoin are going up, bro. I'm seeing some people's transactions on Bitcoin. I'm like, okay, I think that was cheaper to do a couple weeks ago. Yeah, you start trade no PDT rule. Yeah, you got some no PDT rule brokers out there too. But I think if you're a beginner, sign up with a broker like TD Ameritrade. Start out legit first. You know, start out legit first. Get a good broker. You know what I mean? Figure out what the hell you're doing, and then you can go out and dabble with some of these other little brokers. But when you're first starting out, man, you don't want to start out with Robinhood or some shit like that and end up losing your ass because you can't see the chart. Yeah. All right, so let's go over a few more tickers before we get out of here. You know, I always try to get you guys out of here before 11. Plays for tomorrow. I'm not seeing any incredible. I don't see any after hours killers besides Cisco. That's more for the option guys. Someone had brought up Sears yesterday. If you want to go short Sears, today was probably your day to do it because you're probably going to open up tomorrow red on Sears. But if you wanted to go short on Sears, today was your day to do it, as that tried to come out of the oversold area today, as well as GE. GE tried to do the same thing too. GE tried to do the same thing too. Those are all, both of those are going lower, so those are a good opportunity for you to jump in on some discount puts on both of those moves. A stock that I liked, but you know, never went anywhere, was Travel Centers America. $4 stock. You know, there are a lot of truckers that watch this show. I thought Travel Centers of America, I mean, that's where most of you truck drivers stop at, right? These Travel Centers of America. You know, but it's pretty illiquid, man. Only 400,000 shares traded, and they're fucking everywhere. I figured that, you know, you'd see more volume coming in these travel centers. But, man, nobody wants the stock. Nobody wants the stock. All right. Other than that, let me see again some other ones that you might be interested in. I'm not seeing. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything huge after hours right now. Avid. Let me see here. Avid. Yeah, this was a pretty unique run. You know, I don't know what's going on with this one, but I would check it out tomorrow. Is this one of these low float runners? You're kind of warm on the RSI, but you know, be very careful with this one. It's a $6 stock, coming off crazy off $4 a share. So stock is up almost $2 in 3 days. You're hot, but you know, you can go higher. So AVID is one to watch, up 14% tomorrow. Nice move on that. Nokia with former king. The former king of cell phones. I don't know what happened to Nokia, man. Nokia was unstoppable 10 years ago. Who was bigger than Nokia 10 years ago, man? Everybody had a Nokia phone 10 years ago. You know, king of flip phones. Now trading at paltry 480 something. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that one. All right. So, looks like that's the wrap. That's a wrap, guys. We brought up some pretty good tickers, stocks that were up huge. We had a few. We had two 3-figure 300%, 100% gainers today. LEDS and MRDN. Will they continue tomorrow? Time will tell. Time will tell. You know, we've been let down before by many of these tickers, but incredible amount of volatility. This KB Fashion one is one that's ran before. KBSF. KBSF ran before. You know, you saw what that did. The second day was nowhere to be found. But that was interesting that stock all of a sudden came back alive today. Very low volume, though, on it. Interesting move. I don't know what they're trying to set us up for. Keep following some of these Chinese companies. We saw a couple new Chinese names run today. One of them is Leju Holdings. Chinese real estate play. So yeah, these real funny looking Chinese stocks that are just, people are just picking out of nowhere. Another one, Ying Li Green, YGE, Ying Li Green Energy, Chinese energy company. All right, very, very suspicious volume coming into the stock today. $2.36 stock. All right, so a few Chinese names just out of nowhere, just, you know, all of a sudden showing up. So just be aware of that. Be aware of that. All right. With that said, I'll go ahead and ring the bell. Get you guys out of here. Check out that link for CNBC Asia, man, that I put up, man. You know, you guys sometimes bored at night, still doing research. That CNBC Asia is pretty cool, man. It's actually a pretty cool thing to just kind of sit back and relax to. But I know some of you guys aren't obsessed with tickers like that. Yes, indeed. Ring the bell. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for joining me on another great episode. I'll be back tomorrow to wrap up the week. Hopefully, man, look, hopefully I'll be swimming in the money tomorrow on that Roku. Y'all know I've been on Roku all week, man. I've been passing up trades. I've been, you know. Come on, man, let it go. Let it go, man. Let it go. You already know. We're going to have a low volume day. We're going to force longs to sell by lowering their bids. We'll find it. If I gotta wait till next week, I guess I will, but I don't want to. I really don't want to. M1 Gunner, appreciate you, man. HM, Donzel Essex, Iceberg J, Gucci, appreciate it, man. Craig G. Yeah, man, get those calls, man. Look, in the morning, Roku should open up at $40 a share. Get those $40 puts. Get those $40 puts. It's not going to stay at $40. Get those $40 puts for the 24th. If you got balls, get a few contracts for Friday. Y'all sleeping on this option money, man. I know Craig G isn't. He's already in the game, but some of y'all out here sleeping on this option money. Mr. Lloyd, thank you for the call. Mixed Nut, thank you for the call. Eric Donahue, thank you. Chart Writer, DPG, Kenneth Rosenberg, Andrew Gladness, Callie Robb, who else was in here? Parker Mills, Steve Gailey, Artie Buckley, Kenny Dutton, George M, Bat Scientist, of course. Londale Carter, man, appreciate you. HM, everybody, Clay Vaughn, everybody who was in here, thank you so much. I'll see you guys back here, same time, same place tomorrow. Click subscribe if this is your first time watching. I appreciate all you guys. See you tomorrow.